Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off Times Reminisces. Black metal is a strange and curious genre, isn't it? Listened to by strange and curious people. And this song is a case in point. From Vassus, it's a song which is highly enjoyable, quite accomplished, yet bereft of any great production values, further compounded by the ambient volume being so low that if you're hard of hearing like me, you wonder if you're hearing anything at all. The start of this review is going to be played at the ambient volume. My system volume is set at what it is, and most stuff through it sounds quite loud. It ain't the case here, so let's start and you'll see what I mean, and then we'll probably rewind it a wee bit, put it back to or heighten the volume so you can actually hear more effectively what's going off. That might be missing the artist's point, but I don't know. Anyway, let's away, shall we? So that's what it sounds like. I mean, I do know that OBS actually heightens the volume, so to you it probably sounds louder than it does to me, but nonetheless it's still fairly quiet. What am I doing? Stop. So I'm going to crank the volume for you a bit to one where it perhaps sounds like music normally sounds like on my computer, and we'll try again. So here we go. For me, that's a glorious sounding song, and again, aesthetics plays its part, I suppose. I mean, if you look at the album cover, there is a mistiness to it, and a sort of obfuscation, I suppose, which may be the reason why, as I say, the production is quite murky, and it does work. You know, I'm not a big fan of bright and crystal clean production, so I've got no real complaint about the fizziness to this production. But again, I do question why the volume is so low. Yes, we have the option to turn it up, but you know, I'm a lazy bastard. I want to play it. But yes, lovely, engaging keyboard riff. When I first saw this album, the tags on it were dungeon synth and black metal. I suspected that it would be some black metal and then some dungeon synth and then black metal again, and whatever combination of separate songs. But it seems, much to my delight, that what's happened here is we've got dungeon synth riffs going over some fairly rabid black metal, fairly frantic, and as I say, my ears pricked up well and truly when I heard it, as well as the hair inside my ears. I do like the fact that that harmonious synth riff accompanies the faster percussive side of this song. It's, the dichotomy contrast is greater there, even though the production does sort of take away the starkness of any contrast. Looking at the album cover, certainly the sky background looks as if it's been sort of penciled in on a piece of paper, and then they didn't like it, crumpled it all up as if to throw it in the bin, and then uncrumpled it, took it again, and decided it's actually good enough. I don't know if you can see it as clearly as I can, but it perhaps does present us with an analogy to the music, sort of that sort of crumpled sound, a little bit untidy and certainly a little bit chaotic, which for me is all to the good. I think that this production and lack of volume, although obviously you can turn it up, presents is that, I forgot what the beginning of the sentence was. Oh dear, I ought to sleep more. Yes, what was I going to say? Yes, there's actually a fair bit of accomplished musicianship hiding itself here, hidden, as I say, in the murk and what have you. And it shows itself at times, but is a bit bashful and sort of keeps its competence hidden behind a hedge. Nothing you probably can't, well, you definitely can't see, but if you go onto the Bandcamp page, the artist's pictures on there, I keep looking at it and thinking that's his passport photo. You know, where they say do not smile, do not make any, be as expressionless as you possibly can, but you find yourself staring intently into the camera, trying not to make any expression whatsoever. That reminds me of the photo is used, or the picture is used for his Bandcamp page. Tickled me a little bit. Not long to go now. Let's listen to the end. Glorious stuff. There you go. Yes, I love the way that guitar fizzes and pops along. It's a bit like when you sort of put a bit of magnesium in water, it fizzes and spits and bubbles away. And again, provides that contrast to the smoother keyboards. A little delight, that is. The rest of the album is similarly themed, and some of the tracks, the synth is more dungeon synth than that perhaps was, but all highly entertaining and well worth your ears, and quite cheap too if you're a tight bastard, so you don't have to spend much dollar on it if you want it. Yes, there's not much more to say really. It's just a highly engaging song that I'm going to probably drop into my box of top 10 tracks of the year for me so far. Love it. Anyway, clicky bollocks if you want. Catch you all next time. Cheerio.